Hey there. So I'm going to be walking you through a very, very basic tutorial on how to edit one of your videos here on Canva. So I'm going to select, you can see I've got a bunch of different videos over here. I'm going to just select one video I've got. And on this, once I've selected the video, I'm going to go ahead and right click. And once I right click, I'm going to set that video to the background. Okay. So once that video is set to the background, now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using this little bottom bar down here. And on here, I'm going to basically start and stop this video all throughout. So I'm going to first start it. And then what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to stop it where I want to cut it out, like cut the next section out. So this one is a tutorial I'm doing on how to open the shackle of a lockbox.
Tutorial on releasing the shackle and key.
Okay, so the first thing that I always do when I'm filming a video is I say the name of the video I'm shooting and which part I'm shooting. So I just gave the little intro of what I'm doing. I'm going to cut that out because the only person that needs to know that is me. And if you hire a video editor, you can, have them cut that out. So I'm going to stop. I am going to right click at the very bottom. I'm going to be right clicking and I am going to split the page. So once I have that page split, I'm going to go back to the very beginning. I'm going to click on that and I'm going to delete that part because I don't want that part in my video. So now I'm going to start over again and we're going to go until I want to make a break. Okay, so I'm going to stop that for just a minute and I'm going to right click down here at the bottom and I'm going to split the page again because I want to add in a little animation. So I'm going to split that page and I'm going to press play again and we're going to keep going. Okay, so I'm going to stop that. I'm going to go ahead and right click that again. So I'm going to split the page and I'm going to go back to that section that I was just in. I'm going to highlight it and I'm going to go up to the very top where it says animation. And I am going to put the animation of breathe on there. And so it kind of just enhances the picture a little bit. And then I'm going to click back to where I was again and we will keep on going. Okay, I'm going to stop there for again, and I'm going to add in another animation. So I'm going to right click, split that. I'm going to keep going. Okay, and I'm going to stop there. I'm going to right click that again. And I'm going to click that and I'm going to go up to animation again. I'm going to add breathe to that. And we'll see if there's anything else I want to cut out of here. But here's a couple things I wanted to show you as well. So if I go over here to text, I can add into any area that I want a text heading, a text, I can put things. And some people have asked me like, Mariah, well, if I put text over here, it's going to be in my entire, the next 4 minutes and 10 seconds, this whole thing is going to have text on it. I might not want text on there. So I'm going to actually remove this one here because I don't want that. But I do want this small section to have text. So anytime you want a small section to have, the text features on there, you're going to split that section, right click it, split it. So you're only using a small little section of that. So maybe on here, I can click into my text box and I can put, anything that I want in, but let's maybe just start with, let's get started. Okay, obviously you can't see this very well, so I'm going to change the font. I'm going to make it into something else that I can see. I can actually, if I want to, with this text, I can make an effect on here. I can change the animation. I can make it rise in from the bottom. I can make it pan in. I can fade it in. So lots of different effects that you can do with that. Let me show you how to add a sound effect to this. You can have sound effects that are already saved. You can also go in, like I said, to your audio library down here on the left-hand side, and I can type in a sound effect that I want. So maybe it's a cork pop, right? And you can listen to some of these different ones. Okay. So you can listen to some of these different ones. Okay, maybe I like that and I want to add that to the beginning of where I'm going to have that text come in. I want the corkscrew also, or I want that cork pop. So now when my text comes in, that audio pop will come in too. Okay, so I can add sound effects to that. Again, if I want to, this is another feature that you can also use. I, again, have some different audio tracks that are saved. So I went to my uploads and I've got images that are videos that are saved and audio tracks that are saved. You can get audio tracks from all different places. I've gotten some of mine from TubeBuddy. Under TubeBuddy, there are TubeBuddy integrations, and they have integrations with some of the different audio that you can get sounds, free sounds, and a certain number by subscribing to TubeBuddy, and TubeBuddy helps with your analytics. We can talk more about that later. But here's one of the songs that I have, and sometimes I'll use this music as a background music. So this is this. Okay, so let's just say I want to use that one, but I only want to use it for a little bit. So I'm going to put this audio track in. However, I want to make sure that I can still hear my voice. So I'm going to go up here to the volume control, and I'm actually going to scroll all the way down until it is at 2. So you can barely hear it in the background. And then I actually want to have, I might want to have it stop after like my introduction. Okay. So if I want to stop it after the introduction, I'll click on that audio, click right click, and then I'm going to split the audio. And then with that other part of the audio, I can take it, I can delete it, I can do whatever I want with it. So let's start back from the beginning and let's see what we've got. Okay, so I'm going to stop it right there for just a minute. And on here, if I want to add some B-roll, which basically are images that go over me speaking, I'm going to show you how to do that too. So I actually want, because this is a little, I'm going to break this up a little bit. I'm going to right click on here. I'm going to split that page and I want to see if I can find, I'm going to split this page again down here. I want to see if I can find an image or a little bit of a video that maybe has somebody putting a lockbox on a house. So I'm going to go over to the left-hand side. I'm going to click videos and we'll see if there are any images that have maybe real estate agent. Let's do a real estate agent video. Okay. Lots of different videos down here that maybe I can, and you know what? Maybe I don't even do one with a lockbox. Maybe I just show something with a key. So I'm going to click on this one here and we'll just pretend that I'm using this image here, but you can tell this video is 20.6 seconds. I don't need it that long. So here's what I'm actually going to do. I'm going to take, you can see this is highlighted, it's in purple. So the first thing I need to do is I need to click on, right click on my original photo that I have, and I'm going to detach it from the background. So I need to detach that from the background, and now I'm going to click on the video image that I'm just taking. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to actually set that video as my background image. Okay. Here's the next thing though, and you might need to go back and watch this a couple times because it took me a minute to figure this out. But once I click on here, I can see that my original video, which means my original sound on it too, is going to be 6.3 seconds. So I only want to have 6.3 seconds of that video. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to scroll all the way over until I get to 6.3 seconds. Now, I want to not have this here, so I'm going to take the transparency of it and I'm going to hide it. So you're still going to be able to hear the audio, but you're going to see another image that comes. You're going to see another video in front of it. So let me show you what that's going to look like and sound like. Okay, so I'm looking at this lettering too, and I'm looking at, I want to make this have some kind of effect that goes with it. So I'm gonna highlight that, and it doesn't have an effect right now. So maybe I'm going to put a background effect on it so it pops a little bit more. And this one, the fade didn't seem like it did too much. So I think I'm gonna do fade. And then also maybe I want it to breathe also. So I can do both. I can have it fade in and then I can have it breathe as well. So let's take a look at how that looks. Okay, so now you can see we've added the video. We have added some text. We have also added the we have also added a sound effect. We've also added some B-roll images. Now, with your B-roll, when you upload your video images on here, you can see I've got lots and lots and lots of B-roll images videos that I've taken. And anytime I'm going to use one of these images, I can simply click on it and then I can add in that image that I want to have or that video. Again, I'm going to right click and detach that from the background. I'm going to right click and set this video to the background. And then I need to make sure they match up in the length. So this is 11.4. So I need to make sure that I'm scrolling this back to 11.4. And then I'm going to take this video image and I need to diminish the transparency on it. So hopefully this gives you, again, this is just a very, very basic start to how you can edit on Canva.